What's up, guys? I know I'm a little late to some of these post-game recaps. I'm terribly sorry, but I just I'm just kind of busy throughout this week, so I haven't really got a chance to upload, especially yesterday because I had class. But anyways, let's go ahead and we're gonna do Monday's recap, and then in a little bit I'll do Tuesdays or yesterday's. So let's start off with Cavs versus Spurs. The Cavs won this game 117-109. On the Spurs side of things, Keldon Johnson was the player of the game with 25 points. Against the Cavs, he was 8 of 13 from the field, 2 of 3 from deep, with 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal. So, yeah, and I did not know that Devontae Graham was traded to the Spurs. I didn't know he was on the Spurs because he was on the Pelicans, but yeah. But yeah, so Keldon Johnson was the main star of the game there. Donovan Mitchell is finally looking back to playing like his true self. He had 41 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists on 16 of 26 shooting and 6 of 13 from 3. 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal and a block. So he definitely did his thing. And then there were a couple other guys that contributed, like Mobley and Allen and Garland, but it was mostly the Donovan Mitchell show. So shout out to the Cavs. Next game is Jazz and Pacers. Utah won this game 123-117. Larry Markkanen and Jordan Clarkson both had 29 points. Larry Markkanen had 11 rebounds on top of that, actually. So, and he was 10 of 20 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3, 11 rebounds and 2 assists. So he shot exactly 50% from the floor. And then Colin Sexton and Kelly Olynyk both shared 18. Kelly Olynyk had a double-double with 18 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. 5 of 6 from the field, 3 of 3 from 3. Or 4 for 4 from 3, sorry. Excuse me. But yeah. And then on the Pacers side of things, Tyrese Halliburton did his thing with 30 points and 12 assists. I believe he still leads the league in assists, and that's part of the reason why he's an all-star this year. But yeah, against the Jazz, he was 12 of 24 shooting, 3 of 8 from 3, with 12 assists and 3 steals and 1 block. He actually only had 1 rebound. That's kind of funny. But yeah. And then Aaron Nesmith chipped in with 19, and Benedict Mathurin had 21. So good team effort from the Pacers. The Jazz are a little bit better. I believe the Jazz are in the 9th spot. They're the 10th spot. So they are in play-in tournament contention. Like, they could be in the play-in tournament. If the end season ended right now, they'd be in the play-in tournament and would be playing Golden State right now. In terms of the standings, it looks like Phoenix jumped up to the 4th seed. Shout out to Phoenix. Yeah. And the Celtics are still in first place, but by a very slim margin. We both have 17 losses. Them and the Bucks both have 17 losses, but we just have 1 more win than them. It's going to be hard to keep that lead since I don't know the next time we play the Bucks, and we got to just hope that the Bucks lose one of their other games to one of these other teams. Because I would like to be the first seed in the playoffs. I'm not going to lie to you. I would like to be the first seed in the playoffs. So, I believe the Bucks are on an 11-game winning streak right now. So, yeah. Someone needs to end that sooner or later. Please. Someone do it. Anyways, next game is Hawks Hornets. This is a this is a gutsy one. 138 to 144. Hornets was the final score. On the Hawks side of things, a lot of players actually scored in double figures. We had 7 players here that scored in double figures for them. Everyone in their starting lineup scored in double figures. I totally forgot Sadiq Bey was traded to the Atlanta. I totally forgot about that. DeAndre Hunter at 21, Sadiq Bey at 12, Clint Capella at 22, DeJounte Murray at 20, and Trae Young at 25 and 14 assists. So, and Bogdan Bogdanovic had 11, and Onika Okongwu had 12. So, yeah, this is definitely a team effort from the Hawks. And Trae Young has definitely been on a tear lately. Shout out to Atlanta. I believe they're in the play-in tournament right now. I don't think they're a top 8 seed right now. On the Hornets side, similar situation. Evenly scoring throughout the team. LaMelo Ball, however, had 30 points and 15 assists. That's pretty crazy. LaMelo Ball has definitely been a great playmaker. I would like to see him actually compete, though. It's a real shame. I'm really hoping the Hornets either become good soon or that he leaves to a good team that's actually, trying to win. Gordon Hayward actually had 26. I'm surprised about that because, I'm not trying to sound like I'm hating on Gordon Hayward because I'm not hating on him. I love him as a Celtics fan. He was great for us, but he's just not the same guy anymore. Nowhere near the level he was. Even in Boston, he's not even near close to that, second option scorer that he on a contending team type thing, like he was in the Celtics, and even with obviously with Utah when he was an All-Star. So, but 26 points for him is great. PJ Washington at 22 as well. Terry Rozier at 29. Mark Williams had 15, and Dennis Smith Jr. had 12. So yeah, it was just a gutsy win from the Hornets. It's a high-scoring game, 138 to 144. So it was more offense than defense on both sides. Anyways, next game is Rockets Sixers. Obviously, the Sixers won this game, 123 to 104. Jalen Green was the guy for the Rockets. He had 29 points. And then Jabari Smith Jr. had 10. Kenyon Martin Jr. had 15. And Alperen Şengün had 12. So, yeah. Not much there from the Rockets other than Jalen Green. On the Sixers side of things, Joel Embiid at 23. Tyrese Maxey at 26. The player of the game is definitely James Harden with 28 and 10 assists. He's competing with Tyrese Halliburton for leading the league in assists, for the assist leader. So, he's definitely been incredible. If we do finish if the Celtics do end up being the first seed, I believe the second round matchup would most likely be Sixers Bucks, which I would love to see that matchup. That would be an exciting matchup to see. I'm sure the Bucks would probably win that series in either 5 or 6, but I would like to see Embiid versus Giannis. I would like to see how that would go. But yeah. Yeah. So shout out to James Harden. He played incredible. Next up is Nuggets Heat. The Nuggets won this 112 to 108. Nikola Jokic had 27 and 12 rebounds and 8 assists. What's it called? Looks like Jamal Murray didn't play. But Michael Porter Jr. had 17. Bruce Brown Jr. had 16. Christian Braun had 10. Jeff Green had 12. Thomas Bryant. Oh, Thomas Bryant's on the Nuggets now? I did not know that he was... I mean, I know he was traded, but I didn't know he was traded to the Nuggets. Interesting. Or his contract might... I think his contract was bought out and he went to the Nuggets. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but yeah. And then on the Heat side, Jimmy Butler had a near triple-double. 24, 10, and 9. Bam Adebayo had 19. Max Strus had 23. So he definitely must have been hitting his threes tonight. Or last night. Or not last night. Monday, sorry. Gabe Vincent had 15. And Jamari Bouye. Don't know how to pronounce his name. I apologize for butchering his name. But he had 10. Yeah. So, the Nuggets got a gutsy win there against Miami. Next up is Nets-Knicks. And the Knicks, actually, for once, beat the Nets. I know, crazy, right? Seems like over the last, 3 or 4 years, it's always been the Nets over the Knicks. In terms of their matchups. I think the Nets at one point won 10 straight against the Knicks. So, yeah, the Knicks definitely got definitely a good response from New York. On the Nets side of things, Spencer Dinwiddie had 28. Cameron Johnson had 14. Nick Claxton had 11. And yeah, nobody else really contributed that much oh yeah, I totally forgot about this. I saw this on Instagram. Jalen Brunson had a 40-piece against the Nets on Monday. Jalen Brunson has been unfucking believable for the Knicks. I really hope he stays there, and I'm hoping that the Knicks actually build on this and try to make this team, ultra competitive. Because I would like to see this Knicks team actually make some noise in the playoffs. That would be super fun, for sure. And then Julius Randle had a double-double with 18 and 10. Josh Hart. So I totally forgot he was traded to the Knicks. He had 27 points. I did not expect that from Josh Hart. So shout out to Josh Hart, man. He is a very valuable role player. He definitely had himself a night in terms of scoring. He doesn't usually score that much. So shout out to him. He definitely must have had himself a night. Emmanuel quickly had 14. And yeah, just a dominant win from the Knicks. And honestly, shout out to both Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson's been incredible all year for them, and Josh Hart was a great pickup for the Knicks. And getting rid of Cam Reddish wasn't bad, but he was hardly getting any playing time, and he couldn't find his role in the team. So I think Josh Hart will fit with the Knicks a lot better, especially with the fact that he's pretty good defensively. Next up is Magic Bulls. The Magic's won this one 100-91. On the Magic side, Paolo Banchero was the guy with 22. Franz Wagner at 18. Markelle Fultz at 18, 10 and 9, so near triple-double. And Wendell Carter had 15. On the Bulls side of things, Zach LaVine had 26. DeMar DeRozan had 19. Vucevic had 13 and 13, double-double. And Kobe White had 12 off the bench. So, yeah. Just the Magic were a little bit better. I feel bad for Bulls fans. I really do. Because the Bulls, were honestly... The Bulls have been horrible all year. Next up is Pelicans Thunder. Now, I believe the Pelicans almost lost this game, believe it or not. It was actually it came down to the wire from what I saw on YouTube. So, shout out to the Pelicans for pulling it out. On the Pelican side of things, Brandon Ingram had 34 points. He's been incredible since his return. Trey Murphy, the third, had 12. Valanciunas had 14. Jose Alvarado had 14. And Josh Richardson. So Josh Richardson was traded to the Pelicans. That's actually a great addition for the Pelicans. His defense is definitely going to add to this team. On the Thunder side, Shea had 24 and 10 and 5 as well. Jalen Williams, Jalen Williams, so number 8, had 22. Josh Giddey had 17. Isaiah Joe had 16. And yeah. So, just a gutsy win from the Pelicans. Gutsy win. Next is Timberwolves Mavericks. Timberwolves actually won this game, believe it or not. Anthony Edwards was the star of the show with 32 points. Rudy Gobert had 21 and 14. That's the best game I've seen from him in a long time. Probably his best game this year. Well, actually, no, I scratched that. Didn't he have like 27 and 27 rebounds or some shit like that this year? I can't remember. I think that was early on in the season, but this is the best game I've seen from him in a few months. So, yeah, shout out to Rudy Gobert. Jaden McDaniels had 19. Mike Conley, I keep forgetting he's on this team. I keep forgetting about that fucking Lakers, Utah Jazz, Timberwolves 3-team trade thing that happened in the trade deadline. Before the trade deadline. Mike Conley had 12 and 9 assists. Kyle Anderson had 12 as well. And yeah. Jesus Christ, I can't fucking think. On the Mavericks side of things, it was mainly Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic that did most of the work. 36 from Kyrie, Luka Doncic with 33, 12, and 6. Christian Wood at 24. So yeah, it was mainly just the stars and Christian Wood doing the work. So, I mean, the Mavericks definitely need more from their bench. Or the Mavericks need much more from the supporting cast if they want to be successful. So, definitely, I'm actually kind of disappointed in the Mavericks, to be honest with you. Next game is Wizards Warriors. Wizards won this game 126 to 135. Or 130. No, sorry, Golden State won this 135 to 126. My bad. Sorry, I can't think right now. Porzingis had 34, Bradley Beal had 33, so shout out to the two stars on the team. Kendrick Nunn had 13, and DeLon Wright had 10. So yeah, it was mainly just Bradley Beal and Kristaps Porzingis that really did most of everything. The next game, on the Warriors side, Wiggins had 29 and led the team in scoring. Klay Thompson had 27. And it was kind of evenly scoring. Kevon Looney had 13 and 13, so double-double for him. Dante DiVincenzo had 17. Jermichael Green had 14 off the bench. So, yeah, pretty balanced scoring from the Warriors. I'm actually surprised that they've kept themselves afloat with Steph Curry being out. Well, actually, they're not. I mean, I don't know about keeping themselves afloat because they fell to the 9th seed, but we'll see. I don't know how long Steph Curry's going to be out for, but we'll have to see. And finally, we have Lakers Trailblazers. And unlike the game where they blew a 26-point lead to the Lakers last time they played each other, which I believe that was the last time they played each other. That's when that happened. The Blazers actually held on this time and actually won, 127 to 115. The Blazers were up by over 25 points. Were up by over 25 points at one point in the game. But yeah, on the Lakers side of things, Anthony Davis, he didn't do much in the scoring. He had 19, but he had 20 rebounds. That's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty damn good, honestly. He made up for the lack of scoring with rebounding, but I guess it just wasn't enough. D'Angelo Russell had 16. Troy Brown Jr. had 13. Austin Reeves had 10. And Malik Beasley off the bench at 22. But yeah, that's... Without LeBron, the Lakers are really not anything. They're just not a good team. Damian Lillard with a 40-piece once again. 46 and 5. Shout out to Damian Lillard for actually getting his team the win. Anthony Simons had 14. Matisse Thybulle had 14. I totally forgot that Matisse Thybulle was traded to this team. I don't know what the Sixers got in return for that, or if they just bought out his contract and he chose the Blazers. I don't know. My guess is that he was traded there, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know what happened. I don't remember that trade going down, but I don't know. Shaedon Sharp had 15. Nasir Little had 11. So yeah, it was mainly just Damian Lillard takeover, which it usually is with these Trailblazers games sometimes. Anyways, guys, that pretty much does it. That pretty much covers this recap. I know I kind of didn't really go into as detailed with this recap as I did for a lot of the other ones, but I'm trying to kind of shorten down on them. I'm trying to make them a little bit shorter so that way you guys aren't like hearing me just talking about nothing, you know, just going off of stats and everything. I kind of like to throw my personal thoughts out there, but yeah. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this recap, and yeah, take care.